You're listening to Abruptly with Preeti. Stuck in a world of I know best. What would you do if you are stuck with people who always talk down to you? At around 1:45 a.m., when Sahil was totally immersed in putting together his feedback on the creatives, he heard a knock on his door. He answered the door with irritation. "Why are you working till now? You have got to discipline your working time," were the trailing words of Sahil's eldest uncle Naved before leaving the bedroom. Sahil shut the flap of his laptop with force and hid the sack. The next morning, while he was trying to gobble down the steaming omelette as fast as possible, his younger uncle Abdul spoke. "Even after quitting your well-paying job as a digital strategist, you still seem to be in a rush all the time. I fail to understand. Why don't you discuss your business strategies with us?" Before Sahil could answer, Naved entered the dining room and asked Abdul to join him. The two lawyers needed to study an income tax scrutiny case of one of Naved's clients. Sahil was about to wrap up his breakfast when his mother started putting some apple and papaya pieces on his plate. In her classic soft tone, she started echoing her brother's words and told him to consult them for his startup. She kept praising them for being worldly wise. "I'm trying to establish a digital company, not a law firm, Mum," uttered an infuriated Sahil before escaping from the room. He brushed his hair and logged into the morning Zoom update with his team of 3. While he was discussing the rollout plan for an upcoming ad campaign connected to one of his prominent clients, his mother called out his name. When he couldn't ignore his mom's muffled calls anymore, he excused himself from the meeting and let her enter his bedroom, which had doubled up as an office during the lockdown. "Your uncles have come across a renowned business consultant, and they want to introduce him to you for a lucrative offer," she said in excitement. Although Sahil felt snubbed, he concealed his emotion and told her that he'll speak with them later. His mom's words kept ringing in his ears, and he couldn't focus on the rest of the meeting. After his parents got divorced 8 years ago, he and his mother had moved to his maternal uncle's house. He recalled how during the early years of their shift, he was in awe of his uncles, but it chipped away with every passing year. The matter turned worse when he quit his digital marketing job to set foot into the world of entrepreneurship right before the forced isolation due to the pandemic. The lockdown had compelled Sahil to face the know-it-all approach of his uncles on a 24/7 basis. Unlike earlier, where he only saw them for 15 minutes at the end of the day. Sahil felt a strong sense of retaliation towards his uncles, but he didn't wish them any harm, though he did wish for once to be in a position where he could shut them up with his words and knowledge. This strengthened his resolve to survive the lockdown and establish his company. And while he aimed for his goal, he decided to use a virtual mute button on the conversations of this family group. The Struggle series was a product of the pandemic, but its stories are universal. If this tale touched you, I would love to hear about it. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Stories by Preeti, or email me at preeti@coloredchalk.in. For everything else, check out my website preetishah.com. Don't forget to subscribe to this show on the podcast app you love. We are available everywhere. Thank you for listening. Until next time.